Good afternoon. On this soggy Saturday, the Pies gets up 78-68. Pies win. God, it's a club you love to be a part of on a week-to-week basis. Welcome everyone who... I apologise, I did mess up the timing of this. Apparently I can't count. I had this for 3:45. I was intending for it to be after the game, obviously. Guys, if you want to jump in, I know our resident Pies footy man, Manny Costo, is waiting for us in the voice chat. So give me a moment, Manny. Let me just put the link in the chat. The link is also in the screen if you want to have a chat about the game that was. Here is the link. Floriat Picker. Pies will flourish. Manny says he's just snap kicked the lid off his kitchen bin, and we love to see that. Get your lids out. Get your lids out. Up the Pies. All right. Now, let's go here. Let's go Mesa into the chat. Allow. Bear with me. Ella Manny.
Good on Malaka. What are you doing there? Up and about today.
G-Hub, give me something, man. Give me something.
I just snap kicked my kitchen bin lid straight off. Went outside the back door, just like a tie kicked it.
Fuck, bro. That's not enough, man.
The lid. Huh?
That's not enough.
Another gritty win, mate. Get ready, mate. The lid's off, bro. Get up and about, mate. We're there. 8-2 now. Set up for top 4, top 2 beautifully.
How can you possibly complain about what we're seeing this season?
I've said it all week. I told you all week. What did I say? Everyone's panicking. What are you panicking for? I told you. They are our bunnies. What about Shitthorpe? Everyone's worried about Shitthorpe. He done nothing.
Well, what about the 3 big talls? I thought they were going to go missy us today, man.
No, you thought. I didn't think nothing.
I didn't say that.
All last week I told you, right, that we're going to give it to the Crows. I said it. Go back and listen to the video. Everyone was panicking. I said, we got over them, man. For them to come to the MCG and beat us, right, they're going to play their best footy, bro.
Mate, by the way...
What are you late for?
By the way,
what are you late for, buddy?
Ben Zero is giving away memberships like what can I say? Is there a Collingwood analogy? He's giving away more memberships than I don't know, than an old man at a candy store to kids, lollies to a kid in a candy store. I don't know. I was going to say something.
Give them out. Give the memberships out. Get around it.
Welcome.
We've got on the best football club, powerful football club. Those conditions were shocking. You can't play football in those conditions.
Nah. But Ben says, forget the wet. The sun will shine in September.
Well, the sun's already shining. We're making finals guaranteed from here. We've locked finals in. We've locked finals in. We're still going to play the shit 3 sides.
Yep.
We're still going to play Richmond, North Melbourne, and West Coast. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins, mate. We've got 2 more wins to win after that. We're in the top 4.
Yep, true. I just quickly want to take a moment to send our condolences to the Selwood family. What we've heard about today coming out from the family with regards to Adam. Horrible.
So do I.
Horrible. Twin brothers gone. It's a stuff of nightmares for a family, and you know the family's going through it for the second time within 2 months. So it's truly dampened the day. So we're sending all our strength to the Selwood family and Scott in particular, as he's obviously he's the forward coach for Collingwood. So sending our condolences.
Do you want to know how good the club is?
Tell us.
I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
I'll tell you something that you probably don't know.
Right.
The players that took the field, our players, they didn't know what had happened. His brother told the coaches to keep it quiet. They found out after the game.
I assumed as much because I didn't see the black armband, so I thought they're keeping this under wraps.
That's right. They got told. They didn't get told. I think his brother Scott the coach said to the coaches, don't tell the boys until after the game. So for the boys not to find out, well, that's very, very, very undercover material.
It's just protecting the players, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, because the players wouldn't be able to play.
Yeah,
it would have been on their head.
Nah, but it would rattle them for sure. It's horrible.
I don't know what it was. Was it an accident or was it a mental health situation?
Yeah, the latter. The latter.
Oh, that's why people out there have to be careful. If you've got a problem, go and speak to someone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Straight away. Don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You get on the phone, call someone, or go straight to get help. Go to the hospital and get help straight away.
Yeah.
Don't sit there in the darkness, right, and think about it.
Yeah. Look, a little experience of mine to share with you guys. I lost someone close to me and my family during COVID, an immediate family member through they took their life away from themselves, and I mean you've just got to lean on. I mean, COVID was an isolating period, but you've just got to try find someone to lean on. That's life. We just it is what it is. It's tough. Yeah, but us blokes are scared to talk about it. Don't worry about trying to be hard, right? And be hard and be a big man, right? If you're not feeling right, you go get help. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. And I'll
That's
say
what a real man does.
Yeah, I'll say people like lean on your social network, your family. But if you feel like even then, sometimes that's just not enough. You've got to exhaust all avenues. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you got to get it done. You got to get it done quick. And if you see someone struggling, don't be scared. Grab him, give him a slap in the face, right, and tell him or her to get up and get straight to the hospital. There's no excuses. You're not going to take no for an answer. You get up now and you go get help. Otherwise, if you walk away, that like there's something might happen.
Keep going and don't give up.
Exactly.
Which that's been the embodiment of the Collingwood Football Club for the under Fly McRae as well. By the way,
that's been the role of the Collingwood Football Club for 100 years, buddy.
Yeah,
that's the Collingwood Football Club. We don't give up. Did you see Brusley's reaction after the game?
You love to see it, man. You love to see it. I got a hard on.
You think he's leaving the football? Think he's leaving the football club?
Malaka, I'm still hard,
Yeah, but do you think he's leaving the football club after that? You're delusional.
I don't think so.
Ed Allen's got to behave himself. He's starting to get too excited, giving away 50-metre penalties, right? And they've got to run on.
What do you think? So Lipinski sub. I don't think we're all.
I told you.
We're not.
I told you.
We're not surprised.
I told you.
But did Allen? Did Allen do enough? Did Allen do enough to keep him out?
Shit. Huh?
Has Allen done enough to keep him out though?
Well, we won the game because it's up to Allen now. If he wants to keep Lipinski out, he's got to play good footy, but he can't be making mistakes like that.
Yep.
Don't grab. What are you doing giving away 50-metre penalties and getting it back in the game? That's what happens. He's still young. That's what happens with young players.
Yeah.
They do stupid stuff sometimes.
Yeah. You just feel that they want to really persist with Ed Allen because he can be a part of the future. It's, baby steps.
Yeah,
you know how we are. We don't overreact, Manny. We go cigar, step by step. Let's, week to week, right?
Okay. Yeah, but do you know where this is what people understand? Where was Lipinski playing? Where was Lipinski playing when we picked him up?
Half forward, middle.
No. Where was Lipinski playing his football when we picked him up and he left the Bulldogs?
Middle, or half forward, or wing. Which one? Take your pick.
Where though?
Dear Les, where? In fucking Melbourne, in Footscray, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, where? So you don't know.
Okay.
We picked up Lipinski from?
Tell me.
The VFL. He wasn't getting a game for the Bulldogs because he wasn't putting his head over the ball. That's the reason why I come to Collingwood, because he was playing in the VFL for the Bulldogs. He wasn't playing AFL. We picked him up from the VFL and he wasn't getting game time, and he come to the Collingwood Football Club. That's why he's got to put his head over the ball. The coach has seen him. Yeah. He hasn't been hard enough, so it's up to him now to get back in the team. Unless they rested him, but he doesn't need a rest.
Well, they've certainly recognised that Lipinski, like his ball use is good. He's a connector, but I think ultimately they want that hardness in him, that edge.
Yeah, he's got to put his head over the ball. Maybe because of the weather as well. Floyd McRae saw the weather and goes, "Oh, you know what? These aren't Lipinski conditions. I might leave him out, arrest him for this week."
And you know what? It sort of paid dividends to a certain extent. Maybe not from Ed Allen, but I mean, in the first half we were plus 20 in contested possessions. In the second half, Adelaide really they balanced the ledger there. They squared the ledger, but it worked initially. Yeah.
I would have liked Fly to pull the trigger a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Taken Cox off a bit earlier. He should have taken him off another 20 minutes earlier or something. It doesn't matter. We've got the win. We're two games ahead of the Crows in that now. So we pushed the Wayne down the top 4. We're laughing. We're laughing, eh?
Ella, bro. Ella Oriental.
Book a special tonight at Malacca and go down there and get a bit of Oriental. Special fried rice and hockey and noodles.
Scassere, Malakias.
Lucky. Last quarter, I was thinking about you. All the players who ever lost against the Crows. Now you can make a video tomorrow.
Still
do a
undefeated.
review about all the players that still haven't lost against the Crows. Yassul, let the others get on.
They are.
Enjoy your night, buddy.
You too.
Cray. Carlton lost. Carlton loses. Collingwood wins. What a weekend there. Yes! Let's go, mate.
Yes, mate. Kynan.
What's up?
Here he is. You're doing a double shift today. You in the VFL watch along, and now you're here. And we've lost him, I think. Kynan, I'm going to put you on pause, let you sort out your mic issue, and then I'm going to get Kevin. Kevino. Oh dear. Hello? Kev. I might back in and out of the channel. Guys, if in the Discord, if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know in the chat, but I'm gonna back out of the chat. I'm gonna come back in. Give me a sec. End. Okay. And I'm gonna go back in. Hey, can you guys hear me? Kev.
Yeah, I can.
There he is. Kev.
Yeah, mate.
Where are you? You at a party?
No, I'm finished. I'm walking back from the G.
Oh, that's right. I forget the game was in Melbourne.
So, I'm walking back all the way to the station, and I want to catch 2 trains home.
2 trains home. Well, it was bloody worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you go to Victoria Park as well, or?
No, I didn't because my sister's camp got cancelled, and I wasn't sure if she was going or not. So I messaged her this morning to find out if she was going or not.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't. So the time I would have got there, I probably would have missed it anyway. But I originally did plan to go to it, but unfortunately it just didn't pan out the way I wanted to.
Yeah. Kev, are you talking through a walkie-talkie, or what's going on?
I'm talking through my Bluetooth because I got the ponchos on.
You got the what on?
I got my poncho on. It's been raining.
Ah. Because it's a bit funky.
Yeah, I know. It has been pissing down rain.
Yeah.
On and off.
Yeah.
And it is probably a bit noisy as well, but yeah, like it was a really good win. Professional win in the wet. These things Dacus gets told to walk. He has to get a free kick.
Yep. What was the best thing to come out? What was the best thing to come out of today for you, for the Pies?
To be honest, Just our pressure.
Yep.
Just our attacking pressure, our ability to hit the scoreboard early, which was great. Skunk Memory stood up really well. I thought Christian played well as well. Even Houston, Herman was good, right? Taking that marking defense. When it goes to attack. But apart from that, yeah, it felt like a little fancy week so that it give us this type of.
Kev, I've had to mute you. Your speaker's getting worse and worse. I'm so sorry, mate. We'll be on for a little bit longer anyway, so if you want to come back on when you're on the train, just stick around. Kynan, I'm going to try you again. Kynan.
Hey.
What happened?
Oh, I just had my microphone on mute by accident.
Classic.
Like on my headset, yeah. I'm a fucking idiot, I know. Yeah, I think I've been up since 4 o'clock, double header. I need to go and have a nap, man. I'm so tired. It's not even funny.
Mate, I'm with you. How are you feeling anyways, with regards to the game?
Hey man, I called it. Billy Frampton have a legacy game, and he did. Phil Thorpe, last seen in Billy Frampton's back pocket.
Owns him rent free in his mind.
Yeah, absolutely. He played a blinder. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell was going on this game. Listen, I don't want to mention the umpires, but holy Jesus.
There was some suspect
that was
calls.
Probably the worst. It was the worst game I think I've ever watched. That was horrid.
So the differential was only we were -2, but yeah,
it's not the ones that were called. It's the ones that weren't called. That's the problem.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, hey, how many more times is Nick Dacus going to be held before they give him a free kick?
I see that. He still had 28. I couldn't even tell he had 28.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to my dad. I was like, "Did you see him get 28 possessions? Because I didn't."
Fair enough. Brad,
yeah, I mean, Bo McQuarrie
in his skipper game.
Yeah, I mean, Bruzzy had one hell of a game for sure. Also, Fly McRae saying Dan Houston had one of his best games. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
15-1. Yeah, he just played okay, didn't he? He just played okay.
He played okay. I wouldn't say it was his best game, but I don't know what McRae wants from him, so that's probably the problem there.
That's all right. We'll let that go a little bit.
Hey, Bo McQuarrie, man. Bo McQuarrie. Oh, mate, that's probably one of the best games I think I've seen him play.
He's just a bull. How was that tackle?
That tackle was amazing. That's what I want from him. I want him to play that role. But I guess it's a bit harder when you have people like Lockie Schultz in the team that does that job.
Yeah.
As well as Bo.
You still get chase down tackles from McCreary though, even with Schultz in the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. It just impacts how many he can do.
Yeah.
Because he's playing the same role as someone else. So
you know.
And yeah, I have to agree, man. What was that?
I was going to say, Ben's sort of insinuating something here. So he says, Fly knows what he wants from Dan, though. Dan got his goal, but he was also, I thought, aerially, he was very competitive. He had a contested intercept mark as well. I thought he played his role. Did he play above it? I don't know, but you just
I think it's his decision making. That's the problem I have. He makes some questionable calls at times, and that I think that's the problem I have, rather than how he actually plays.
Okay.
It's what he does with the ball that I'm confused by, because like he kicks it to some really bad positions sometimes.
You know who doesn't,
which you don't expect him to.
Yeah. Someone who doesn't confuse himself in the contest and doesn't fumble and is just getting better week to week is Ned Long.
Oh, bro, Bush Ranger.
Your guy.
Nah. Schultz is my guy. Can't betray him.
Always room. There's always room. There's always room.
Hey, you know what? I can definitively say I don't think we missed Darcy Moore out there tonight. I think there was other problems that wasn't Darcy Moore not being in the team.
It's a
I think
system-based team, man.
we were too slow with our. Yeah, exactly. I think the problem is that we moved the ball too slow. We were really stagnant with the ball.
Yeah, maybe we got a bit comfortable.
I think that was our main issue.
I think we were getting comfortable with the tempo of our ball movement, and we weren't as risky as we have been. But look, at the end of the day, we get the win. It's all right.
But yeah, I mean, it was good to watch, bro. Bobby Hill, man, like he does some good shit, man. But sometimes he just needs to not be fancy. he does too much sometimes. I think. I don't know.
What did you see?
Like when he tried to take that screamer at the top of the 50 and then Hoskin Elliott marked it and he gave the 3 away because he tried to be fancy with it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like there was no need to do that, Bobby. You know, like
you're a hard man to please, Kynan. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, I hold them to high standards.
Yeah, true.
And I think if you don't hold something in high standards, then you're not gonna be the best, are you?
Yeah, I don't know. Look. My argument is if Bobby Hill doesn't try to take that mark, I don't think Hoskin Elliott's taking that mark in the first place.
Oh, I guess we'll never know. I guess.
True. What else did you like?
What
did you like?
I liked. I liked most of the game. Just there's a few nitpicky things I had. That was all.
Yeah, right. Go, give me something.
Membry.
Mm-hmm.
Loved Membry.
How
he
good was that
played
kick into the
outstanding.
corridor at the end?
Beautiful. That's what we should be doing. I don't understand why we don't do it more. Where we're in the fucking goal square. We just grab the ball, kick it straight up the guts, and let him run onto it. I don't know why we don't do it more.
Look, we didn't.
Every time we do it, it works out.
We didn't get anywhere near out the back as much as we did against Fremantle, which is why it looked so slow. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What? Josh Dacos. What a man.
How many? He's getting quite a number of ground ball gets, so I'd imagine he would have picked up a number of contested possessions. Let me see here. Contested possessions.
Yeah, I think he did, yeah.
He had 10 contested possessions because of his ground ball gets. He's so clean.
He is. And that's why him playing at the half-back line is perfect. Because he can just get that crumb, bang, pick it up, kick it straight off up the wing. It works perfect for how he plays.
I'm going to have fun with this player ratings because I'm seeing numbers breaking the Richter scale with Jeremy Howe, Josh Dacos, Quaynor, Perryman, Maynard. Oh.
But our backline was elite.
Yeah.
You can't say anything but it. They were elite. I mean, like, putting it this way, do we think West comes in next week?
Depends if we need to rest someone in the forward line. What do you think?
I mean, he played, mate, that VFL game, like, mate, he's getting better every week. Yeah. And the earlier we put him in to get that AFL experience, the better he's going to be.
I understand, but I could also see a world where Charlie West plays the full season in the VFL and just kicks like 50 goals for the year, build him up, and then get another preseason into him, and then release the shackles next year. But I still think either way, I think at the very least, he'll definitely get 2 or more games in the AFL this year, depending on a number of variables.
Here's a good question. How much are we going to pay for Darcy Cameron?
God, if Perryman's on 900, Darcy Cameron to any other team right now is worth more than a million.
Millions.
Yeah. That's a tough one. Darcy Cameron's going to have to accept a lesser salary if he's to stay at Collingwood, much like Braden Maynard.
But it's all up to it. Is that I would be happy to give him that because he's worth it.
Damn, that's another
good ruckmans that play like Cameron. Like they're few in a dozen. Like you don't find ruckmans at the caliber of Cameron basically anywhere. And he's not like Grundy in my opinion. He plays way more consistent.
You know where you find him, Kynan? I'll tell you where.
In Ilroy Smith.
In the NEFL. In the NEFL, AFL listed for the Swans, only played one game in 5 or 6 years. That's where you find them.
Yeah, fair. And that was a good point that Manny raised also. Do we keep Lipper as the sub?
Well, what about Ed Allen? What's the question? What's the answer to that question?
He started the game rough, bit fumbly, giving away some silly free kicks.
Mm-hmm.
But towards the end of the game, he started to read the play a bit better, and it started to lead to him actually getting those intercepts and getting that congestion on the ball, leading to turnovers. But again, I think he still has a little bit to go before he's like properly AFL ready.
Yeah.
Because he still is a bit fumbly around the ball. He got a good goal, good mark in the 50. His decision making is a little bit off. His hands are a little sloppy, but again, he's young, so he still has a fair few years ahead of him.
Yeah, look, he's borderline key position size. So, do we have to allow the same amount of time for Ed Allen as we would with a key position player?
Probably not, I would say.
You don't reckon? He's long, stringy. Maybe he's fumbly because he just hasn't got his body mechanics under control yet.
Yeah, it's hard because in the VFL he performs, but in the AFL he struggles a bit at times. So he's in that tiny little niche between being ready for AFL and being too good for VFL. Spot on.
Tony
or the fact that we have too many good players, which is also probably the case too.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good conundrum. Tony Constanzo in the chat, $2 donation. Thank you so much, mate. Any donation goes a long way, so I appreciate your support, mate. A long time viewer and full-time contributor in the live stream, so I appreciate that, Tony. Big ups.
Yeah, everyone looked a bit fumbly today, but overall, I would say it was a passing mark for everyone. But backline, elite.
MD Melbourne says, hardest thing about having a good side is that bloody salary cap.
Yeah, literally. But Pendlebury and Steele retiring frees up a lot of money.
When are they retiring, though?
Well, I would say Steele at the end of the season. Or actually, fuck knows, man. He's been playing really good. Yeah, he might stay another year.
Take that back. You better take that back.
Well, yeah, no, I thought about it. I was like, actually, no, he's been playing really fucking good this year, so maybe he won't go at the end of the year. Maybe him and Pendlebury will go next year. Yeah, I think end of next year.
We'll revisit that in 24 months. How about that? Let's not talk about that ever again.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, when the older players go, then all the money comes.
I don't want to think about it.
Nah, that's fair. But hey, we have a lot of good prospects coming up, so that's always a positive. So
Yep. I will say one thing: if we do win the flag, Ben Zero says if Steele is done if we win the flag this year. I think that's probably the only real that's the cherry on top if you win the flag this year. After that,
3 premierships for Scotty.
Yeah, I think Scotty will play on to get the record, but the likes of Steele Sidebottom, Jeremy Howe, Mason Cox, Tom Mitchell, Hoskin Elliott.
I think Coxie's done for. I don't think he's getting another year. Jeremy Howe, I'm 50-50 on.
In what sense?
Who else did you say?
In what sense are you 50-50 with Jeremy Howe?
But he's playing good footy, and his body seems perfect. Like he doesn't have any injury issues. He doesn't seem to be hurting in any way. Fuck man, he got I think it was 14 intercept possessions. Like that's insane.
He's my favourite player behind Scott Pendlebury. He's my favourite player.
Yeah, it's 50-50. If his body starts acting up towards the end of the season, I'll say he'll retire. But if it doesn't, I reckon he goes another year.
Yep.
So
Riley, thanks, mate.
And I
Thanks for the
reckon-
kind words in the chat. He's a Crows supporter. He says, congratulations for the win. It was a good game, mate, and you guys are a good side, so maybe we'll see you in the finals at the end of the year.
It was a tough game, a very tough game.
Yeah. All right, Conan,
But yeah, I'll mick up. Easy.
Thanks,
Have
brother.
a good one. Go Pies. Good boy. Yeah.
Rest up. Michali.
What's up, brother?
Ella, mate. Puise.
I'm just at home, man. I'll be a bit quick because I've got the missus just cooked a nice tortellini carbonara. It's just
Opa.
waiting for me. Can't wait.
That's a winner's
get
dinner.
stuck into
Winner,
it.
dinner.
Oh yeah. Just want a big shout out to Josh Dacos, mate. He's put in, I reckon, about 4 or 5 fucking quality games off halfback.
Yeah.
And it's probably like a lot of people say, Dan Houston coming in, he's not playing that well, but his presence there, it's probably, helped free up Josh and Bruzzy as well, They're not having to do that extra work.
Mike, we know what's good. As Collingwood fans, we don't care what anybody else thinks. We know what's up with Dan Houston, don't we? Even if it's not the stats for Dan Houston, it's what he's allowing Bruzzy, Dacos, and the rest to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you what, Bruzzy, you see his reaction at the end. That doesn't look like a player that wants to leave, mate. That's heart and soul. His reaction at the end to get the win as captain. He looks like he wants to spend the rest of his career at Collingwood. And I hope he does, man. I hope he just accepts that pay cut, and we look after him after his career. Because what are you going to do at North, man? He'll be he'll get the extra cash, but it'll be such a downgrade in regards to culture and all that.
Yeah.
Ned Long keeps putting in the good shifts. Jezza Howe, we're going to take a bow for that guy, man. He's been asked to marshal the defence twice this year without Darcy Moore there, and he's been exceptional both times. He's I don't know if he can play on. If we win the flag, I can just imagine him just announcing his retirement, on the day. But don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Just got to book in that top 2 finish, and anything can happen in the finals. What else can I say? Big boy Billy, mate, with the sidestep. How was that, man?
I love it.
Fuck.
Sharp. He's been very trusting.
I reckon when he did
with his foot.
He gave you a little wink, mate.
He saw me, huh?
Sorry?
He saw me.
Yeah, I reckon, mate. But I'll tell you what, look, as tragic as Reef McInnes's injury was, it just opened up an opportunity for Billy, yeah? And he's flying colours, man. He beats his man every week, man. He doesn't get killed. And that's what we were scared of, yeah? A lot of us were afraid, oh, shit, we're going to rely on Billy Frampton. But he does his job every week. And surprisingly, he's comfortable with the ball in his hands, I'm getting more confident with him when it's congested and he gets a handball and you're thinking, oh, no, it's Billy. But, he does the right thing. He gives it to one of the smalls. That's all he's got to do, man.
That's what I'm saying, Mick. With Billy, in years gone by, you couldn't trust him when he has the ball by hand or foot. For example, last year and the year before, his kicking efficiency was at 66%. Do you want to have a guess what his kicking efficiency is for the year so far?
What is it?
91%.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's got a nice long kick, yeah? A nice penetrating long kick. So when the ball, when he's got the ball, when he's taken an intercept and he's in the defence, the ball's going to go long down the line. The way we played today, I think you got to give credit to Adelaide. They did their homework. But one great thing to see this year is other teams, whenever they've gotten a run on, we haven't let them take that upper hand, and we've just retaliated. We've been persistent with our defensive structure, and it's worked well for us. Like today was a real boring game, but that was because of the conditions, yeah? It's hard, like, judging players in conditions like that. And the players that do shine in these conditions, you got to hand it to them, like Howie and Josh. Charlie West, man, how do we put him in this team, man, without resting one of the big guys? Like, I love that the record we got with Mason Cox in. Like we hardly ever lose with Mason in. But could we just drop him and put Charlie West in and just do the second ruck with just makeshift rucks just to give DC a chop out? I don't know, because I'd love to see Charlie West in that forward line, man.
Man,
what do you reckon?
that is a dilemma. It's a good dilemma. It's, you know what? I think with McStay coming back as well, it becomes a little bit more trickier for West to be in on a full-time basis. I think we'll probably see more of him next year. I'm not fast. If I actually don't. I'm actually very comfortable with him thriving in the VFL, kicking bags on a consistent basis, and just building your confidence from there. It's not. I'm sure we all can agree. It's not the worst case scenario if he doesn't get 10 plus games this year at AFL level, right?
Yeah, it's a good problem to have for the selection committee because you can't drop Membry. Yeah, Membry's doing a good job, man.
Yep.
He gets involved. He does a lot of decoy leads. He opens up. We get a lot of goals just from him doing the ball work.
Yeah,
and that was a great play near the end there where we did that. Where we saw no one up forward and, he had the presence. That's experience for you. He's been around. He knew if he just bombed it long, it would have been a turnover and it would have put our defensive structure under pressure. So he just went sideways and found the bloke. And, that was a good pickup. That's a good pickup, Tim Membry. I'm sure St Kilda supporters are thinking, why'd they get rid of him? They could need him this year. They could do with him.
Someone in the chat
I'm going to get stuck into this.
Oh, sorry, go on, Mick. You're good. You're good.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm going to go get stuck into this Tortellini.
Yeah, mate. Eat up,
finish what you were saying.
Have a cigar, do your thing. I was just going to add, Pete Fenn in the chat says, what is happening with Isaac? Just struggling. And I want to get everyone's opinion in the chat because, there was totally 2 instances throughout the entire game, maybe 3, where Quaynor let us down. But I just think his work rate to get back and compete at ground level, 17 touches. He was close to leading the game in intercept possessions. How many did he have? He had 6 intercept possessions, which is 3rd amongst the team. I think I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'm not happy to accept that Isaac Quaynor is struggling.
I have no problem with Q this year. No problem with him. Yeah, it's obvious we've got a lot of runners in the back line now. So his previous role has been diminished a little bit, and he's probably been asked to do more lockdown stuff. And we're asking him to do some strange matchups. Yeah, he was on Fogarty for sometimes. Yeah, I've got no problem with Q. I reckon internally the coaching panel are loving what he's doing. He's doing all right.
I agree.
He'll always give you a good effort. And he wins his one-on-ones. He's doing all right, Q. Yeah, he's playing his role. Yeah, you got Houston, you got Maynard, you got Josh back there. They're the ones that this year are the ones that are giving us the drive out of there. And Q's just there to help mop up the crumbs, and he's doing all right. I've got no problem with Q this year.
And do you know what? With regards to the defenders, he had 8 contested possessions this game, right? And for a defender,
Yeah.
8 contested possessions is like if you're averaging, I know he doesn't average that across the season, but if you do average 8 contested possessions across the season, you are an elite ground ball player in the back half.
Oh yeah. I got as I said, mate, I got no problem with it. McCreary, that's another one. Like, I think we just have to accept he's always going to be that low possession player, and we just got to hope he has 2 or 3 moments in a game that help us. And he did those today. He had that great tackle on Rankin, kicked that crucial goal. He's always going to be fumbly. We just got to accept that, I reckon. But he seems to go all right when he pinch hits in the centre square bounces. He seems to get the ball out. So that's a positive for Bo. We'd always, he only got, I'm looking at the stats now, 12 disposals. That's pretty par for him. That's what we expect from him. And, And just before I go, Ed Allen, I reckon we persist, man. I reckon we persist with him, try and keep him in the team as much as we can, because he just needs games. He needs games where he's playing around Pendles and Sidey. He can learn from him and just get those bad decisions out of his game. And when I look at Ed Allen, I remember when Swanee was at his age, yeah? And when Maynard was Ed Allen's age, he'd shanked it. He was so frustrating, and he came good. So with these young players, you just got to persist, man.
That's it.
And I reckon we should just make a concession and just say, you know what, we're going to give him a nice block of 5 or 6 games. And if he stinks it up, fair enough, go back to the VFL. But I reckon they'll be very important for it. Anyway, I can see that there's all these other people in the waiting to chat. So I'll let you go. I'm going to get stuck into this tortellini, and I'll catch you later.
Yassel File, take care.
No worries, pal. See ya.
Right. Andreas, reveal yourself.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
I'm here.
You
I'm
back?
here. I'm in the car. I'm passing through Reservoir at the moment. Discord's so much better than putting you on camera when you're driving home, so I can just talk to you in my ears, man. But look, I missed a fair bit of the show because obviously I was on the train, getting in the car and whatnot, coming back from the game. Can I just say, bro, I don't know what's been said so far about the umpiring, but there was decisions today. I've got to just talk about it for 2 minutes, bro. There was decisions today that where we were tackling Adelaide like midfielders, defenders, forwards, whatever, and they were being slung around. I know the rule technically isn't written down, they've done the 360 spin and all this crap. Yeah, I get it. But they're spinning them around and they're just disposing of it like without hand passing it properly. It's coming out in tackles and whatever, and they're not paying it. Yet, the second that we get touched, bang, it's holding the ball or whatever it is. It's just, it's so disappointing, man. Like, as you go into the football now, and the expectation is the umpires are just going to screw you over nonstop. And like, to be fair, I'm a realist with this. Everybody knows I am. The tackle that Bo McCreary did on Isaac Rankin when he kicked that snap on the boundary, that happened right in front of me, mate. I can tell you 100 times over, and I'll defend this to the grave. That tackle that he did on Rankin was not holding the ball. Rankin bounced the ball. As the ball came back up to him, he was tackled, and Rankin never had possession of it. Now, as a Collingwood supporter, you shut up and you take it, yeah? But the inconsistencies are there, and you can see it from both sides, man. So I take my Collingwood hat off and I put my football lover hat on, and I can see that it's rubbish, right? Put my Collingwood hat on, and I'm dumbfounded as to how many times we can go first in at the ball and not get rewarded, right? And then the amount of times we did a high tackle today, and it was the stereotypical Jack Ginnivan shoulders up high tackle, where if he was playing for us wearing a Collingwood jumper, we would get 1 out of 10 of them. Adelaide got every single one of them. Yeah, it's a high tackle, but how come it's happening now? How come it's getting paid against us? I can't fathom it. and it wrecks the fucking game, bro. Like, it just does. That's my rant about the umpires. All in all, though, again, another game where we are challenged by a good football team and we respond to the way the game is being played and we get the game back on our terms. It was a little bit harder this one because obviously the weather played a bit of a factor into it. Adelaide are very big-bodied. I don't agree with taking Mason Cox off and making him a sub. I wasn't sure if he was injured or not because we needed that tall presence. However, at the end of the day, the coaching staff knows best and it worked. My best on ground today, I thought, was Josh Dacos. He was at the back of every pack getting the handball out. He was in the bottom of every pack getting the handball out. He was running on the side of the packs, feeding it to the forwards. He was unbelievable today. All in all, good performance. And the best part about it now, like I said to you the other night when you were doing your preview, we are 2 games locked into the top 4 with a healthy percentage, which means now, let's say, hypothetically sake, we go and beat North Melbourne. Fantastic. The game against Hawthorn is a free hit. It doesn't matter if we win or lose. Manage players, do whatever. We go and beat Melbourne, and we're clear second, clear third by the time the bye happens. 2 games clear, locked into the top 4 by the mid-season bye with a player like Tom Mitchell ready to come in so we can manage other players. It's a good spot to be in, bro. It's a fantastic spot to be in.
It's a good win, man. It's a good win. Yeah, the conditions of the game meant it was slow. Was it boring watching it at the stadium? What was the feeling around the crowds?
Oh, look, the start of each quarter. Oh, sorry, the start of the first quarter, second quarter, and the last quarter were good because it was pretty attacking. And obviously the first quarter, both sides filling each other out and stuff like that. The start of the third quarter, when it bucketed down at half time, had a real dull sort of feel to it. And I was listening to the radio while I was obviously like at the game. And yeah, even the commentators were saying that it was pretty dull and boring.
Yeah, I think there was like a record for the most amount of like stoppages from boundary throw-ins and whatnot. So that was interesting. But as you said in your little review there, it was a game that was played by the Corridors. Adelaide played the same way, so they tried to match it. They couldn't, and we did it better. And I guess we took our chances as well. Adelaide were quite wasteful, it seemed.
Yeah, bro, can you tell Kev to mute his thing? Because I can't hear a word you're saying, man.
Kev, hold on, I have to unmute him. I think he's muted now.
All right, sweet. Yeah, sorry, man. I missed half of that what you were saying. Sorry, bro.
I was saying they tried to play our boundary game. They didn't seem like they were well accustomed to it. They were also wasteful in front of goal. I think we're a little bit more efficient. And hey, people were stressed about the 3 key tools. Mate, we kept them to 68 points with no Darcy Moore as well, by the way.
Yeah, Billy Frampton was fantastic. His one-on-one contest, I don't really think he got beaten that much the entire night, which was really good. Having said that, though, I mean, you put Darcy Moore into that back line, we pretty much shut down their main attacker, which was Fogarty in this game, and they don't score much. Rankin had a stinker. He puts those 3 out of bounds on the full away. It's a different kettle of fish, but at the end of the day, they didn't take their chances. What I found was fantastic, though, and I said this to you when you were doing your preview, it's just going to be interesting the way that we deliver the ball into the forward line from our mids. I don't think we necessarily, I haven't seen the stats, but I don't think we necessarily won the midfield throughout the whole day. We had our moments in the midfield and hustling it forward, but our forwards destroyed their backs. We were putting massive pressure on them, and it felt very similar to the Fremantle game when their backs were being challenged. So that was awesome to watch. On the flip side, though, we need to still take our chances when we put the pressure on the other team's defenders. There was a few times where they were piss-farting around with it and passing it sideways, not getting the kick-outs, and we didn't punish them. And it's like, we're almost there. If we can capitalise on those moments and those and force those turnovers, we're going to put sides away quite heavily this year, especially the lower sides. It was a shame we didn't do it today, but nevertheless, as I said, an 8-point game, fantastic win. You know, we can sort of relax a little bit now, do what we've got to do against North Melbourne. Hawthorn's a free hit. and finish the half of the season on a really positive note and then go all in and all. So I know you got guys waiting there, but really good win. And hopefully we can just continue it on more and we get Darcy Moore back and Lockie Schultz back next week, which is going to be awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you, Andreas from Black and White United. You're the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye. Mr. Mum, you reveal yourself.
Hello?
Hey, mate. How you going?
Going good. I reckon we got the best defense in the competition by a long, long shot. Just such a great win. Like, no Darcy Moore, three-headed monster in their forward line, and we just beat them.
Were you worried about their key tools leading into the game?
Yeah, bad. Like, they're the best forward line in the competition, and it's just they only scored 78 points or whatever.
Yeah, 78, 68. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's one hell of a performance in my opinion defensively. It's just I don't feel like right now there's anyone in the midfield firing a shot really. Like Nick Dacos does get 28, but you'd think he had 20.
Yeah,
the way he played, but he's still
a lot of handballs today, which is why it feels like
he still played good.
Yeah. I think. Sorry, I was gonna say I wanted to ask you a question. Our defense stood up. What do you feel like when you try to reflect on the game? What was it that sort of separated our defense from their forward line?
Jeremy Howe. Like that's I think his best on ground after that.
Yeah, he'll get coaches.
Billy Frampton. Billy Frampton's come a long way from last year.
What's happened there? Why do you think Billy Frampton he's a completely different player?
I've no clue. I don't know. It's just I don't know what he's done. Like good preseason, but yeah, he's a genuine key defender. Before it was like VFL. Now it was like a genuine AFL key defender, which is great. You know, to win without Darcy Moore is just so big. I think he's our most important player. Not our best, but most important for sure.
Yeah, it's just a testament to the system. We keep talking system. We're winning games without Darcy Moore, without Scott Pendlebury, without McStay, without Myercheck. System.
Yeah, Craig McRae's outcoached a few teams. Brisbane, he outcoached. Sydney, he outcoached. He outcoached Adelaide. It's not necessarily the players. It's the system, and then the players take it to the extra level.
Yeah, spot on. What else did you like from the game? Or what didn't you like? Whichever way you want to lean into.
What didn't I like? Just the ball movement. I mean, it's probably why Adelaide didn't score that much because it was really slow in the second half. But I don't know, just kept banging it in long inside 50 and Adelaide just kept intercept marking it, I felt. Like, I don't know, it's like my check always competes.
Yep.
Didn't have the best game, but that goal from 50 was really good. Bo McCreary looked good in the midfield, but just kicking it inside 50, he can improve on.
Yeah, I was thinking early in the game. There's a couple of moments where, like, if Bo cleans, I'm not sure if it will ever happen because you just have to have it. Like, you have to have this natural instinct to not blaze away. I feel. Because you can train it, you can show as much footage as you like. Like, for example, without digressing, I watched Tom Mitchell in the VFL today, and there's times, and this is at AFL level when he plays as well, so I know he's underdone at the moment, but you watch him at the VFL level, when he gets the ball, sometimes he just snaps it straight away when there might not even be any players around him. So to the point of Bo McCreary, his next step in his development is to be able to consistently find kicks where he lowers his eyes. There was that one where he bypassed Brody Myercheck, who was open going inside 50, and they took an intercept. Yeah, he took an intercept mark. So that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, his ceiling is he could be like the goalie type. You know, that's his absolute ceiling. I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe not for a year, but maybe for like a patch of 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He just got to hit up that target. But I don't know, when he could be a game breaker. Yeah. Like if he does like what he does at his best during like a finals, That could be big. But that's one hell of a win, I feel. Like, I don't think we're playing at our best at the moment because the midfield kind of got smashed in the second half.
Yeah.
And it got smashed against Fremantle, but we're still winning.
Yeah, I feel
Still
like
got
Jack
the
Crisp is
8 points.
he's doing the most as much as he can right now.
Yeah.
He probably definitely played less midfield compared to last week, but I feel like he kicked that timely goal, and he's trying to lift the team. Like I said, the second half we were outplayed in the midfield clearly, but for some reason Adelaide weren't able to capitalise when it came to scores from stoppages.
Yeah, because we just got a rock solid defense. I mean, defense wins you premierships, so.
I'm just looking.
Elite.
So let's have a look here. I'm just looking at how Adelaide typically score. Are they scoring heavily from stoppage or more so turnover? They're more. They're the number one. Yeah, they're the number one turnover side in the league. However, from stoppages, they're roughly 10th in the league, and they're below us. So that's. Yeah, if you can dominate the midfield as much as you want, but post the clearance, I think is what won us the game. I'm trying to see here, post clearance contested possessions, Adelaide are the number one side in the comp, and I feel like in that game, we'll wait for the stats to come out. I feel like post clearance, especially our defense, like Josh Dacos, Quaynor, Perryman, they just mopped up every single time.
Yeah, Josh Dacos, I mean, how good is he? It's like so underrated.
Yep, certainly.
Like, just he's clean off the ball. He gets it outside at the fence and he uses it well. Just defense is rock solid. I think just got to get the ball. How many inside 50s did we have?
Before I tell you, do you want to have a guess?
48.
That's pretty close, man. 47 to Adelaide's 55. We had 23 scoring shots from 47 inside 50s. That's a 50% clip. And our average for the year, actually doesn't tell me. Yes, it does. Is 53%. It's an extremely high clip, and I think Adelaide are much the same. Checking the stats again, scoring shots per inside 50. Adelaide and Collingwood are 2 and 3 in the league.
Like not scoring, but like going inside 50 and getting a shot.
Yeah, so basically, like for example, Collingwood today had 23 scoring shots from 47 inside 50s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's 50% clip.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I really find it impressive how, like, I won't bust them too much because the weather was not good, but we bombed it inside 50 a lot. But like in times in the third or fourth quarter, Adelaide would have the double amount of the inside 50s and then would go up there like once and kick a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's pretty clutch.
Yeah, that's it. Happy days, man. We get the win. We go into North Melbourne. We don't falter against North Melbourne. We don't falter. We've just got to keep the standard high.
Yeah. No 50-point comeback.
No, thank you. I'd rather not.
Yeah, all right. Well, go Collingwood.
Thanks, man.
Good luck next week.
Is this your first time on the stream as well?
Oh, last time I went on, you said I had African internet, so.
You are you the one that did the Sigma? Is that you?
Yeah, well, my internet was being shit, so I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, you're right. I remember exactly who you are. That was funny. That was funny. Thanks for jumping on, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I was trying to voice my mind. It's just got African internet.
That's all good, bro. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, it's all right.
Take care, bro.
Take care.
All right. Kev.
Can you hear me, Anthony?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me perfectly?
I can hear you, mate.
Good. First and foremost, I want to have my condolences for Adam Selwood, who passed away today. So my heart goes out to him and his family at this time. But first and foremost, what a win. It was a professional win. Adelaide played the way how they needed to play against us. And despite the umpiring and the usual I thought we did pretty well. You know, it was good to see my check got the ball a few times and kick a goal. You had Bobby Hill that sock off the ground when they didn't clear it, and Membry was good as well, mate, with a couple. So yeah, it was a really good win. I was surprised about Lipinski being the sub. I thought it would have been Sullivan or Ed Allen, to be honest with you, but no, I think it worked out really well.
Yeah, I think Ed Allen would be closer than Sullivan to be the sub. Do you think Ed Allen will keep his spot next week with Schultz coming in as well?
I don't think so. But if we do go for like, I think it might be Sullivan out, Schultz in. But that would be what I would do. But I think Ed Allen will keep his spot because you want to have for like. You want to have like a tall player and then a smaller player. You want to have about the same player.
Yeah.
So I think it will be Lockie Sullivan that come out, unfortunately, and Lockie should be coming for North Melbourne as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game next week. To be there today, despite being wet conditions in second quarter and on and off wet weather footy, yeah, it was a really good win.
What was the attendance there today, Kev?
69,000.
Wow.
So it's nearly 70,000 people.
Wow. What a turnout.
So
in that weather.
Yeah. You could tell with the umpiring decisions that we were into it as well. I thought the one that Adelaide got in the first quarter, or the one that we got in the first quarter, was not delivered out of bounds. But I definitely do think that if they want to pay insufficient intent, they should have the last touch rule. I think if they're bringing that rule, I think it will be better. Therefore, there's no grey area at all, and therefore we can all accept, that's last touch because it's gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
But because there's so many inconsistencies with that rule, you don't know which one's going to get paid and which one does. And we had one that went our way that probably shouldn't be as well. So again, the umpiring was terrible on both sides. I thought we didn't get a fair few hole in the ball free kicks that Adelaide got, but at the same time, we did what we had to do, and that was to play our brand of footy. And no matter what the opposition did, we stayed with them. I certainly didn't panic when they got in front by a couple points, but definitely knew that we could come back and get in front as well, and make sure that when it was raining, that we could play wet weather footy more than what Adelaide could. So,
what was the score worm like? Because I feel like a trend that I'm really enjoying this year is when we concede a goal or two, we always find a way to respond.
Yeah, I mentioned that in my preview as well. Like, whenever Adelaide get a goal to, it was important to respond because we got I know we got a goal in that first quarter, and I think they responded themselves. And I think that we got a few going into it. So it was really important when we got a goal, they got a goal, and then we responded. So we didn't want to let them really get 3 or 4 goals like they normally do get a run on. Because had they did do that, that's when we know that, oh no, like it's going to be under a couple points, we're going to hang on and win. But because that we are responding when they get the ball, and especially when they score, it's important that we get one back as well, if it's 2 or 3. So I think that in that situation, I think Fly's teaching them to not panic a little bit, and therefore, okay, well, you can't help. You give away a goal. There's not much that you can do. The only thing that you can do is concentrate on the next centre bounce, the next play.
Yeah.
You're going to make mistakes regardless.
That's it.
So it was good to see that we actually did respond.
That's it. Kev, I want you to sign us off for the post-game show. Do your work.
Alright guys, I hope you guys like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to Pies Footy for more content and streams. Until next time, peace out guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.